hearing has been the most impressive so far. So Logan just talked about who he expects to make a big impact this spring. So sounds pretty much along the same lines, but I don't know if you're talking about early enrollees, Rooney, but you can take that in any direction you want.
Yeah, I think Rooney's talking about maybe tour of duty, which has been going on for a few weeks now. I can say we got a little scoopage here. I've heard a few names like Fabian Lovett, Florida State's defensive tackle, who luckily is coming back this next season for Adam Fuller and Odell Higgins on that defensive side of the ball. You've got Caden Lyles, who's transferring, who I think is going to really impact and compete to take over that center spot on offensive line. Micah Pittman, I've heard, has done a great job in tour of duty, along with Jared Verse, who I am personally maybe the most high on going into this spring. And then even Rodney Hill, true freshman, kind of an athlete coming in from high school. He can do everything. He can catch. He's technically a running back. He'll be in that running back room, but he's kind of a hybrid. I think of him almost like a Tua Philly, but it's good to hear Rodney Hill's starting off and pressing early. Amari Gaynor, I've heard, has been really dialed in, a big season for him. And then D-Mac has also been making some strides there during tour of duty. You're hearing a lot of veteran leadership too, which is awesome to hear. Leaders stepping up and impressing. We got to see Tatum Bethune donning a black jersey, which means that they didn't miss a drill, didn't miss a step. The body language looked good. The coaches liked what they saw overall in the drills. They go down and watch film, and then they pick a player for the next tour of duty session. And I ended up being Tatum Bethune, along with Steven Dix Jr., who we know is a linebacker, who didn't get to see a lot of him last year because Lundy kind of jumped in and took the role. But it seems like Steven Dix Jr. is on the climb, I should say, as Mike Norvell calls it. And then also Keyshawn Helton, along with Geno English, I've heard, have also received black jerseys. So that's kind of, there's some decent scoopage there. It's hard to get scoop with these, Mark, because that's one thing Mike Norvell keeps really sealed up is tour duty. We've only been able to visit. This will be our first one being able to go visit a tour of duty actually happen, and then they wrap it up. So Mike Norvell likes to keep kind of interviews, not a lot of interviews going on from what seems like. You know, we haven't been able to talk to players in a while. He kind of just uses this time to allow the newcomers, the transfers, to acclimate, and then he wants his veterans, these guys that are coming into year 2, 3, year 3, year 4, to be dialed. So I respect it.